Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus here again. Well, it seems like every day I have two or three inspirations that I want to share with you, and this is a Sunday, and it seems that it's no different than every other day. I find an inspiration. The inspiration comes because of what I feel, what I want, what I desire for the human race. And this morning, as I speak as an American, I think about the conditions of our society and what the big problems are. I realize that white people really in their core can't stand black people, and understand black people have the same type of anxiety when it comes to white people. Now, what neither of them know is that they are not responsible for this. Each of them were born here in America and where we speak English. And this is the language that was spoken. This is the language that they were indoctrinated unto. And this is the language they speak, English. We grew up in a society where white people had an animosity toward blacks. And they know why. Most of us might guess at various reasons, but white people know. And because they've been conditioned to think about blacks as they do. Now, in order for that to change, they will have to change. They will have to change, and changing is almost like stopping one day and telling everybody in America who grew up speaking English that from now on, our language would be French. And we turn off everything that had reference to do with English. And they had to learn to speak French immediately. Well, asking people who have been trained to hate blacks to stop hating blacks just because somebody said so is not going to happen. Or blacks. Blacks were trained to be slaves. And even the ones who call themselves free, the ones who have bought into the establishment, the ones who got property and money, they still have the slave attributes. And in any particular or required circle, they would still be the nigger. And it's the same way when it comes down to the things that we have honored. Those things have been honored and made legal or got laws to protect, or is based upon that original cultural idiom of whites like they are, blacks like they are. But when I come to you speaking about things of the spirit, I'm not speaking about things of man. You see, man has tried to rule society. Man has tried to be the element. And who is the man? The man with the power, the man with the big stick, the man with the muscle, the man who didn't care, who would beat your butt, the man who would kill you. He's the one that wants to be God. And you got a lot of other people who so afraid of him, they just want to do whatever it takes to be a part of them so they can get their rewards. And that society type has permeated throughout history. Throughout history. That's man. That's why it keeps changing. One man's idea is this, another man's idea is this, another man's idea is this, and you got all of these swings. You got nation varying with their philosophies, and so on and so forth. All about man, all about self. But when you speak of the spirit, the difference of in the spirit and self is that the self is talking about self. But the spirit, it rests in every last one of the cells. And so the spirit speaks for the spirit that is dominant or existing in every individual. And to be able to do that, you must do it in truth. That which is truth speaks to the spirit in every man. That which is truth speaks to the spirit that is in every human being. So that's how you worship the true God. And the true God looks out for every last one of us. So I have to hit these streets out here, knock on people's doors and re-educate them. Let them know that the religion that they taught was formulated based upon the cultures in which they came from. And whether you know it or not, every last one of them glorified their particular culture. It made them the greatest people. It made them the smartest people. It made them closer to God, every one of them. And see, the problem with that is that it made them and no one else. In the spirit, it made each of you and everyone else So I got to hit the streets and try to re-educate you, let you know that the God that you've been taught of was the God that formulated what the societies in which we live in. And it justifies it. And nobody out there studying any religion or any of the gods that's in the books or doing anything to go against the systems for all people. They are doing it for self. And that is not of God. That is of man. So I got to go out and tell you, you got to wake you up. I don't know how long it's going to take, but it got to start somewhere, so it might as well start here. Eddie Marcus saying, thank you so very much for giving me this your time. Bye-bye.